Today I have a very special guest, Emmanuel Baker. Thank you for being on the show.
Glad to be a part of it. Thank you for reaching out.
Okay, Emmanuel, I'd like to start out by having you tell us who you are and what do you do.
Okay. So my name is Emmanuel Baker. I'm a native from Monroe, Louisiana. I come from a two-parent household. Both my parents worked W-2 jobs, but as a kid, what I seen was both of them had side hustles and different business that they did. My mom was an event planner, and she also did decorations for weddings, different events or proms and different things like that. My dad, he worked different jobs, and then also he did taxes on the side as well too. So seeing my parents go after and get it, just not being settled by their day job and want more for me and my sister, just motivated me as a kid, and also just my grandpa. My grandfather played a big role in my life. He was a barber and also was a politician in the area. He was, one of the most well-renowned, men in the area. A lot of people looked up to him. I still hear a lot of stories to this day. Just makes me smile. But he was a businessman. He had a barbershop in the community that I grew up in. It was called Booker T in the late 1970s, and it's still operating to this day. So he taught me a lot about business and work ethic and, ethics and principle. Some of the things that kind of made me who I am today, the Emmanuel that you see today. So that's kind of a little bit about me and how I got started. And I'm a real estate investor. I've been investing in the real estate for a little while now. Also, I, worked a W-2 job where I worked in supply chain. And, that's kind of a little bit about me and my journey.
Okay, that's interesting. So you came from a strong family, and
Yeah.
my grandfather was a barber too.
Okay. In Chicago?
No, actually in Detroit.
Okay, oh, Detroit. I'm
Yep.
gonna have to visit Detroit. I've been hearing a lot of great things about Detroit. I want to look at the real estate market out there.
Uh-huh.
So that's one of my goals for this year to get out there and visit Detroit and look at the real estate market.
Okay, Emmanuel. You talked a little bit about it, but can you tell us about your background?
Yeah. So as far as like my W-2 job, so I went to Southern University in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I majored in accounting and a minor in supply chain management. After graduating, I went to work for a chemical plant company in Lake Charles, Louisiana, where I worked in operations management. I pursued my MBA after that and in international business. And so I've been working in supply chain for about 5+ years now. So that's my W-2 job. And then as far as real estate, I've been investing in real estate for about 5 years as well too. So after I graduated college, real estate was always been one of my goals that I wanted to hit. And so, just thinking about it in my childhood, my view to be a real estate investor was tainted. I just didn't know what I didn't know. I thought you had to be a real estate investor to invest in real estate, but after doing my own research and due diligence and talking to people, I figured out, hey, I don't have to go that route. I can just be an investor and buy houses and rent them out and different things like that. And so I knew that's the route I wanted to go. So I started to seek mentors, read books, and just reach out to my closer circle, my friends, and we was all talking about real estate and different things like that. So actually, funny story, Derek. So we'll probably get to this a little later on, but Derek was one of the first people that I had that conversation about getting into real estate after I graduated college.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, tell us a little bit more about that. Why did you decide real estate?
that's a real good question. So when I studied all the successful people, when you think about it, all those guys have real estate. And so, when I wanted to look at my life and what I wanted out of life and what I wanted to do, it's no shortcuts to success, but hey, why would I reinvent the wheel?
Mhm.
And so I knew if I wanted to be successful and build generational wealth for my kids' kids, and on down the line, that real estate had to be involved. So I knew real estate was going to be a vehicle to build wealth for my family and generational wealth. So that's one of the reasons why I chose to be in the real estate.
Okay. So Emmanuel, what was your first deal like?
My first deal. So my first deal was a duplex in Shreveport, Louisiana, and me and Derek, Our Investments Group, we purchased a duplex. In this duplex, one side was renovated, the other side was a total job, which means it needed to have a total rehab done to it. So the purchase price was, I believe, 45,000, and I think we put $20,000 into it on the other side to get it up to par where it needed to be. It was a total good job. We had to do sheetrock and floors, float tape, the whole job. And so we put a $20,000 construction loan in it to get the other side up. So the purchase price was 45, the construction loan was 20, so it was all in for 65. And so that property appraised for 70K, which gave us the green light to move forward with it. So we worked with a general contractor out there, and he, helped us, walked us through the whole process. We learned a lot from him. That was our first deal. We spent a lot of weekends working in there with us, getting our hands dirty, a lot of sweat equity because we wanted to know. We wanted to be involved in the process and understand what it takes to get a house up to par, standards and code and different things like that. So that was a little bit about my first deal. I think that was both one bedrooms, and we still have that deal to this day. Still on that property. It's one of our best properties. I think one of the tenants been there for about 5 years now. I think we bought that property in 2017. So it's pretty good. That was my first real estate deal.
Okay, Emmanuel. So, so what does your portfolio look like now?
So as of today, I have a mixture between single family homes, multi-family homes. I have some commercial spaces, commercial buildings, some lots. That's kind of Airbnbs and different things like that. That's kind of how my portfolio look today.
Okay, that's impressive, Emmanuel.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you're going all out.
Yeah, real estate, when I first got into it, I immersed myself in it. I understood the business. And then each year I tried to, keep learning and growing and understanding different levels of the business because there's so many sectors that you can get into in real estate. You
Mhm,
just don't have to be an investor. You can, buy and holds, flips.
mhm.
You can do commercial space like I'm talking about event centers, Airbnbs if you want to get into the hospitality space. You can be a general contractor if you just want to do the work. The sky, you could just be an investor. The sky is the limit in real estate, and that's one of the things I like about it is you can be so creative and whatever you want. I was telling one of my students the other day, like, hey, you can go in and create your own way to do a deal that nobody have ever done before. They have Burr, but I have repeat refinance,
Mm.
so you can go and create your own system and do different things, and other people will follow. So it's so creative. You can do anything. The sky's the limit, and that's one. Like I said, that's one of the things I like about real estate.
Okay. Emmanuel, how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing real estate for about 5 years now.
Okay. Okay.
Those years are going by pretty quickly. But 5 years. It's been a good journey.
Okay. So I heard you say you teach people. You teach people how to get into it.
I do. I do. I've had a few students that come across the program so far. I'm so proud of my first student. He closed on his first deal about 2 weeks ago in Shreveport. He closed on a triplex. Kudos to him. I'm proud of him, and can't wait to see him continue to build up his portfolio and keep growing and learning from a lot of the tools that I taught him in the course and a lot of the things that he's going to learn by just taking massive action and doing it himself. But I'm proud of him. But yeah, I teach real estate. I have a 7-week course, me and Derek, 7-week course where we teach beginners how to get involved, invested in the real estate and start off. But I'll tell people the most important thing, week one, what we teach is mindset. You have to have that mindset. That's the first thing you have to do before getting into not real estate, but any business. You have to get your mindset right because it's going to have a lot of ups and downs. You're going to have to endure a lot. It's going to be a lot of long days and different things like that. A lot of big decisions that you're going to have to make, but you have to have that mindset to endure it all and understand, hey, this is going to accumulate to the end result if I just stick to the script and put my head down and keep working and grinding.
Okay. Sounds good, Emmanuel. So what advice would you give to somebody who's brand new that's never bought a property before?
The first thing I would do is, a lot of people go through the analysis paralysis phase where They say they're gonna do something, they're gonna get into it and this and that. They just reading books, listening to podcasts. That is good. Don't get me wrong, it is awesome. You have to know what you want to do and what industry and what sector you want to get into real estate or any business before doing it. But at a certain time, you have to take massive action. You just have to go out there and do it. So my advice is to take massive action. You don't even have to be in real estate. You can be sitting on the sidelines finna get ready to get into it. But go talk to a real estate investor. Go take them out to lunch. Go talk to a realtor. Take them out to lunch. Pick their brain. Understand the market. You see a for rent sign in the yard. Go call it up. Try to talk to the investor. Understand their process and their journey and how they got started. Connections. If you build those connections with those people and they can help you along your journey. So I would say just reach out, talk to people, understand that journey and try to see how you can help them and how they can help you. It could be a win-win situation. Never know that person that you reach out to can help you with your first deal. Y'all can be partners. So just take massive action, analysis, paralysis phase. Don't get caught up into it too much. Read, understand what you want to get into, but take massive action and go after and get it.
Okay. Take massive action.
Yep.
You did it. Uh, so Emmanuel, speaking of books and podcasts, what is your favorite book?
Ah, I know a lot of people talk about it, but this is my favorite book, and this actually was the book that jump started my career in real estate. Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki.
Mhm.
That book right there was just transformed, helped me take it to another level and my mindset and my thinking. And like I said, I always had the business background. I knew when I was a kid, I knew I wanted to do business. My grandpa started me off as a kid with different businesses. My first business was a shoe shine stand. I graduated from there, had a concession stand, graduated from there. He outbought me. I got a vending machine and I put my money together from the different businesses I had. So I always knew business is what I was put on this earth to do. But reading that book, it helped understand and break down some of the stuff in the simplest forms to help me just understand, hey, I need to go out and get more assets over liabilities. And I had the accounting background, but just with the book and reading that book, it just motivated me and just to go after it and build generational wealth for my kids. So I'll tell you that book right there was a good book to help me start my journey.
Okay. Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki.
That's it. So podcasts, I listen to Real Estate Dialogue, Millionaire Mindset, Bigger Pockets. I listen to all those guys. I probably listen to millions of episodes. In my downtime, I listen to podcasts on the road. In the gym, I listen to podcasts and different things like that. So podcast is definitely another avenue to help me get started in the real estate as well too. Just learning from other investors and their journey and how they was able to hit their goals and different things like that and what's going on in their market and learning different strategies, to get into real estate deals.
Okay. I love podcasts too. I always have something in my ear. I listen to
Yep, you can't go wrong with it.
yeah. So
Yep, me, I love being that.
so Emmanuel, so I'm gonna transition over to love now.
Okay.
So Emmanuel, are you single or married?
I'm single.
Okay. Tell us one thing you learned about money in a prior relationship that could help other people.
And as far as a relationship, like with a significant other,
Yeah. Some
so I would say, just advice to anybody out there, you got to have those conversations up front for sure, about money, debt, spirituality. Have those tough conversations up front so you and your partner can know where each other stands in those situations because hey, that can save you some time down the long haul. But you want to have those conversations up front because a lot of marriages, relationships and different things like that end because of money. And
Mhm.
so you want to put all that up front on the front end and talk about it and put a plan together and work with it through with your significant other so that you all can have a joyous, lovely, successful relationship and keep your marathon going and build wealth for your family.
Okay. So to talk about it up front and make sure you're on the same page.
Exactly. You got to have those conversations up front.
Okay, Emmanuel. So where could people find you if they want to reach out to you and learn more about how to get into real estate?
Okay, so um, on Instagram, I'm investor EB17 on Instagram and Twitter. Also follow me and Derek's Owl Investments Group on Instagram. We post different things on our page. When we're doing our next courses, we'll be posting it on there. So if anybody's interested, reach out to us on Instagram, and you can reach out to myself on Instagram as well.
Okay, sounds good, Emmanuel. And the last question, did you have any last words to leave for the audience?
Nah, my only thing is I would tell everybody, like read my shirt, trust the process. This is a shirt I dropped for my birthday. Everybody's journey is different, but you got to embrace the process. Understand that everything that you go through along your process will accumulate to the end results and your end goals. So trust the process, stay focused, stay motivated, stay hungry. The sky's the limit. Anything you want out there, you can go get it. And so trust the process, stay hungry, and the marathon continue. I wish success on everyone that listens to your podcast and everyone that has endeavors to invest in real estate and start their business for this year.
Okay, sounds good. Emmanuel, thank you for being on the show and sharing your story.
No problem. I appreciate you.